Welcome to the 17th episode of the Who, What, When, Where, and the Why podcast. My name is Kathleen Johnson, and I'm your Membership and Marketing Director at the Tuscarawas County YMCA. And your co-host today, alongside with me, is an amazing lady, Child Care Director Jade Boffo. Jade's not new to the podcast. She's been with us before, so check back on some previous podcast sessions to see her story and her 10 question speed round, which was very nice. She also brought her favorite book with her, so check back. We have a special guest today. This is Richard Bassnett. Did I get that right?
You did.
Yes, or Bass, as we fondly call him at the YMCA, from YMCA Camp Tippecanoe in Tippecanoe, Ohio. Welcome, Bass.
Thank you.
So glad you came with us today. Jade, great to have you guys back. So today's episode is called Find Your Inner Rock Star and Play in the Sun All Summer Long. How do you like that?
Love it.
You like how that's just bringing in two common little things that we're going to talk about, which is Healthy Kids Day. And our theme for Healthy Kids Day is Find Your Inner Rock Star. And Play All Summer Long, which is what you guys do.
Summer camp,
right? So we are super excited about talking about those two things today. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I'll be throwing in several questions at the end to help us learn about you guys and your inner rock stars. Okay?
All right.
Ooh.
And then so that we can connect to that Healthy Kids Day. Healthy Kids Day also has a theme this year called Then and Now, and we're celebrating 30 years of Healthy Kids Day across the nation, which is pretty cool. I don't think we've been celebrating it 30 years at the Tuscany YMCA, but definitely I've been around for 22 years, and we've been doing it as long as I can remember. I can remember my kids at Healthy Kids Day having a really good time. So looking at those photos back from then to now has been pretty fun as we've been looking through those. And Jade just shot a video for Healthy Kids Day. Tell us a little bit about that, Jade.
Yeah, so we did a little sports bit. Elizabeth is our... What is her role exactly?
She's a youth activities
coordinator. Yes. Very special in our programming. But her and I, we play ping pong back and forth with our new ping pong table that we have out in the evenings.
Yes. Yeah, Game Room now open in the evenings, which is, I want to give a big shout out to Mark Lucart at Mark's Place for donating a ping pong table to us. So
yeah, thank you.
Mark. Thanks.
Awesome.
The kids are loving it.
Mm-hmm. And the adults too.
Yeah.
We have too much fun.
And our big joke about Elizabeth is we give her a new title every time that we say her name. So that's her new title for today. I'm pretty sure it's not right.
Yeah.
We just keep giving her anyway.
That's what we want her to be that day.
Yeah. So before we get into Healthy Kids Day, let's talk about summer camp because we are really gearing up. Like, how early do both of you guys start training, just getting stuff ready for summer camp?
Last fall.
Last fall. The last day of summer camp.
As soon as camp stops, that's when I start.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it really does take a long time to get everything ready to go. So I want to kind of go back and forth about the differences between these two camps. Number one, I want everybody to just realize that Camp Tippecanoe is not part of the Tuscarawas County YMCA, but part of Central Stark.
Central Stark, that's
YMCA
correct.
Up in Canton. I know that's confusing because it's closer to us, but it's just a thing. And so tell us, yours is an overnight camp. Correct?
We are a traditional resident camp, and we run sessions from 1 week to 2 week longs. Some of our campers come out for all 8 weeks. They go home on the weekends and get clean clothes and then come back to camp the next day. So,
so age groups, like
we run.
How's that work?
We have separate programming each week, but we take 7 to 17 each week.
Wow.
So that's our age range. And then we have a mini week, and those are from 5 to 7 year olds. It's like a half week. It's kind of an introduction for those kids to be away from mom and dad, have that interaction with the staff, and it's only a couple of days. So the homesickness is kind of kept curbed.
Nice.
Knock on wood. So
nice.
We are homesick experts at camp.
Okay. And Jade, tell us a little bit about your camp because it's not considered residential. It is considered
a day camp.
So
we are just a day camp. We are the traditional working hours, like 8 to 4. 9 to 4 is our camp hours that we really dig into activities and lessons. And then we have extended care also from 7 to 9 and 4 to 6 for parents that or that are still working to drop off early or pick up late.
And then let's talk about activities that you guys do. I'm sure that your camp is probably more based on a lot of outside activities. Jade has a lot of outside activities too that revolve around the YMCA. Let's talk about swimming in camp. So
we're very fortunate, and we have our indoor swimming pool, so we can go swimming all the time, as long as Stacy allows us. Just kidding. But so we go swimming every day and it's split up into 2 groups. We have the boys go, and then the girls go, and then we trade places. So they get about a half hour swimming each day.
So they really hone up on their swim skills. Mm-hmm. What about you guys?
We have a waterfront on Clendenning Lake. And so our waterfront is super important to us. I mean, we can be at the waterfront from 10 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. It's open all day long, and different groups will go down at different times. They'll swim. We have a shallow area. We have a deeper area where we have our inflatables out on the lake. And we also have the canoeing and kayaking, sailboats, and pontoon boat that we utilize, like I said, every day, especially when it hits those 90-degree temperatures, and you got to find that cool spot. So
So let's talk games. Like, what kind of games do you guys play at camp? This is becoming like a little ping pong match there. So we'll let you go first this time. What kind of games do you play at camp?
Oh, man. I don't even know if they have official names. We play Gold Rush, which is a huge group. And when you see the game, it's one of those games that when you see somebody playing it, you're like, I just don't get it. But the kids have a lot of fun doing it. Okay. So that's what counts. They're
making up rules as they go along.
Kind of like there are some rules to it, but it's a lot of fun. We do archery tag at camp, which we just did at your Y not too long ago, and had a ball with the teens that and some adults joined in as well. We have a game that I just lost my train of thought, but we have a slip and slide is what I was trying to get to. Mm-hmm. It's one of our big activities during the week. We do a slip and slide, and it's not your traditional slip and slide, because if you've ever seen the hills down at Camp Tippecanoe, you understand that hill's a real hill down there, and we use foam machines instead of a water thing. So you have 6 or 8 feet of foam that you slide through to get to the bottom of the hill, and it makes it lightning fast and a lot of fun. Nice. But we have a 4-way soccer game that we typically play. We have color wars at the end of the summer, and that's always a big highlight with a color run at the end of it, and the kids are getting dusted and the whole 9 yards.
So a lot. So because he's mostly outdoors, obviously things can be on a grander scale. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about some of the favorite games, obviously at camp, that the kids really like to do at day camp. Yeah,
so we have our weeks that are themed, so we try to pick games out, that go along with that a little bit. So like we'll do like a whole water week and bring out slip and slides and stuff. But we try to play more of the traditional games. Sometimes they don't go too hot. It just depends on the day. With like kickball, baseball, scatterball is everybody's favorite. I love to do color wars too, but I love to do it at the beginning of summer to get that like family unit going. So that's always fun. And then it splits all the kids up, and like we split them up with our grades typically. So usually we initiate camp with that, and it's super fun. And then last year we did like we did a walk, because we only walked around the little 1 mile block, but chalk walk. But
the hills at Camp Tippecanoe are probably not uncommon to you. Like, did you go to summer camp at camp?
I did. I actually started my camp career there. Whenever I was in high school, I was camp counselor at Camp Tippecanoe. So
very cool. Yeah. So what we love about summer camps at the Y is that it really is a way to join in community, but also to make some really fun friendships and some really great memories along the way. And I know that I believe that long ago Dover's 8th grade or sixth grade camp.
Sixth grade camp.
You used to go to Camp Tippecanoe, correct? Yep. Yeah. So a lot of parents probably remember those camps and camps and times. And I know my kids went to our YMCA day camp and have a lot of good memories about that, and just kids that they met along the way. So it was a lot of fun. So part of us talking about summer camp, one of the big kickoffs for summer camp is Healthy Kids Day. And it brings youth into the Y and into our facilities and areas and all that kind of stuff, and gives them a taste of what some of that's going to look like, and an opportunity to register for those programs. And so we invite the community to come to YMCA's for Healthy Kids Day. We don't all run them at the same time, so there's opportunity pretty close, near and far, to go to a couple of different Healthy Kids Days if you want. So we suggest really going to their websites to check out when their Healthy Kids Days will be, because ours is April 30th, which is the National Day for Healthy Kids Day, but I believe yours is not, correct?
No, they're scattered all the way from end of April through May.
Okay.
So there are 9 branches up there, so I try to hit them all.
Lots
Yeah.
of opportunity. You'll see Bass at a lot of different Healthy Kids Days, having a really good time. And so we went with a theme this year. So, and it's called Find Your Inner Rock Star. So tell us a little bit about what's happening at Healthy Kids Day this year.
Yeah, so we tried to bring in some different music aspects. So we got our Drumming for Fitness class that you can sign up for. We have our yoga, because that went so well last year, and it was just a nice calming experience. Miss Kay, will lead that again. And then
I'm also doing the Drumming for Fitness class, so you'll get to see
There you
that
go.
crazy me and that calm me.
yes,
on the
best of
same
both
day.
worlds. Yes, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna do a bunch of giveaways, that focus on the inner rock star that you are. So we have like a inner rock band, air guitar, got microphones so you can practice singing.
We're doing air guitar competitions at every hour, top of every hour or
Yep.
something, right? We're doing a song in the gym for a little air guitar, and so it should be fun. And then we'll showcase some other things. We have some community members coming as well. Do you have a couple of those you might want to give a shout out to? Some people who we're sponsoring this year.
Yes,
Yes, maybe.
I'm trying to think of some names. Do you have those names?
Shelly
Cox, yeah, from Cox Insurance. She's donating all the water, so we're super thankful for her for that.
And I'm trying to think of, I didn't bring my flyer.
I know, that's okay.
Unprepared. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It
there's
happens.
so Elizabeth, she has a bunch of people that she, worked with, and they have been super kind and donated
Oh,
from
our library.
Yeah, Tuscarawas County Library. They are coming in to do story time.
And that's Miss, what's her name?
Lacey.
Miss Lacey.
Yeah,
Yes.
Miss
So
Lacey.
super fun. If you haven't gone to their website or their Facebook page to check out Miss Lacey, she's very funny and it has a really good time and does a great story time. So we're looking forward to having her back this year as well. And some other things still coming up, because we are still planning. We'll plan all the way to the day. And then it'll be a great day, and it'll lead us right into summer camp, which will be fun. Anything that you know of that's being planned up north? Anything?
You know what? I
gotten
don't.
into planning?
I'm so busy with camp that they tell me when to come, and I bring my
When to show
stuff and
up.
my archery tag or whatever I'm going to bring, and I show up and I just do my thing, and then
So archery tag is going to be back. We did archery tag at the Y specifically, which was more of a battle back and forth. No one got hurt. There are there are big marshmallows at the end of the arrow.
right.
And here's the thing I loved about archery tag. So Jenny Dallas and her kids were there, and Jenny works for us at the Y, and she has 3 kids of different kind of age levels. And of course, the oldest was kind of dead on to the youngest, who was at the opposite side, and she was nailing him left and right. And what I loved about you is I felt like you noticed what was happening. And so, was that your son that was
Andy,
there with
yeah.
you? Yeah. So you say, "Hey, Andy, get in the game," and so he puts Andy on the other side, and the first arrow he struck her with, those her little eyes just beelined for him, and it kind of took the craziness off her poor little brother that was getting hammered.
Yeah.
And then it was just this war between the two of them back and forth, which was hilarious to watch. And she really loves archery, so that was something. She had a really good aim and a really good shot. And then Miss Jade got involved.
I did.
And there's a little spirit in there that
Yeah.
you'll need
I'm very competitive. It was super fun though.
And so it was really, really fun to have. Now, at our Healthy Kids Day, we are not playing archery tag.
Right.
We are going to set up some actual targets.
Yep.
This time. So you're not just going to run around the gym and shoot people, the air guitar people. We're going to try not to have that happen. We are going to set up some actual places for you to shoot directly at. Targets. That's what that was called. Yes. So we're excited. Jade, hours for Healthy Kids Day?
11 to 2.
She knew the answer to that.
Yeah, I did.
11 to 2, April 30th, which is a Saturday at the Y. We certainly encourage you to come and register for a few of the special things that are going on. The story time, the yoga, and the drumming for fitness, if you could. That way we know how many people we're setting up for those particular parts. But you're welcome to come. Bouncy House coming as well.
Bouncy House.
Bouncy houses.
Play archery, learn how to
see you on one.
That's where I'll be.
Yeah, we'll trade places.
Right. And so we're looking really forward to having a more normal Healthy Kids Day this year than the previous 2 years. Yeah, amen. Right. So let's talk again, just a little bit about summer camp. I want you to tell me, like, what's your favorite moment about summer camp? What is that favorite thing for you?
So we have our junior campers, and these are kids, that most of them have started in the program whenever they, were little. And so they have learned the ways of camp, and now they get to teach all the younger kids,
Nice.
How it goes and lead a lot of leadership in it. And I really like that because, you see the growth of them over, if you only see them during the summertime. So then you see like the whole school year went by and you're like, wow, they're a whole new person. Right. They're so helpful. They're kind. Everybody's, we're all in it together and I love it.
Yeah, so leadership skills, I think, are a big thing that come out of summer camp as you really start to build those friendships and understand your role in camp, because camp becomes family.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
the campers become your family members. And so just really finding your role in that unit. And so I think that's super important for parents to know, is that it's not all fun and game. Like there is a method to the madness.
Yes.
That goes along with summer camp, that we really are trying to build the spirits of these kids and their confidence and their love for life and the outdoors, and just their love for people all around, and just working on their spirits and their becoming good role models, because that's really what we want to see from our summer campers. And then a lot of our campers will come back and be part of after-school programs and also Leaders Clubs programs, which I think are a big value as we continue on through. So definitely we'll be sharing some Leaders Club opportunities for our teen campers as well as the seasons come to a close, which I don't even want to say that. We haven't even started them yet. So let's
it goes so fast.
Let's not take that away too
You blink
quickly.
and it's gone.
I know. It's good. And I feel like what I love about day camp is it brings this special vibe to the Y. Like, it's just, things change in the summer and you start to see new kids and stuff like that. So what's your favorite thing about camp?
There's so many. Jade kind of nailed part of it about watching the kids grow through the years. I've been in camping for almost 30 years.
Wow.
And to see those kids come back year after year and then see them develop into staff members. Sea Crew is our 17-year-olds. They get kind of the bummer jobs. They work in the kitchen, but they're at camp all summer. So they don't mind. And seeing them grow. My favorite activities at camp would be our opening campfire and our closing campfire. We do one every week. We open up, silly skits, silly songs, and you see kids that are kind of apprehensive on that first day. And on
That would be me.
On Friday night, they're up in front of people. They're doing this silly skit and being crazy, and you see them grow through the week. If I could tell a story,
Sure.
we had a boy come to camp, and as soon as parents pulled out of camp, he was saying, I really think that I need to call home. I really think that I did, and was extremely homesick. And he and I worked out a deal that we'd talk about it at each meal or before each activity. And on Wednesday afternoon, slip and slide time, I had talked him into going to slip and slide. He finally realized that he didn't need to be at home.
Yeah.
And he had a ball. And on Friday, he said, Bass, I want to tell a story at the campfire. It always makes me nervous because you never know what's going to come out of the kid's mouth.
Right.
So I said, well, tell me the story. He said, I want to tell a story about a boy that was homesick. And I knew that he was going to tell his own story. Not to get emotional, but he got up and he said, there was a boy that came to camp and he was very homesick. And he realized on Wednesday that he had his family at home, but he also had his family at camp.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
And
that's when you're like,
that's what camp is all about.
Yeah.
It's about day camp. It's about resident camp when they finally find themselves and they go, I can do this. And they grow a little bit. And we had a little boy come into camp and we had a young man leave camp. And he's come back year after year after year. And that's the best.
yeah, that's great.
Makes all of the paperwork and all the other little stuff that goes on behind the scenes
All the
that nobody
planning.
ever sees us
Yeah.
do. It makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. So I do want to give you guys an opportunity. What are you still looking for camp? Do you need employees? What do you need? Do you need donations? Do you need, this is you get a 30-second spiel to the community. This is what I need from you. Jade.
I mean, donations are always welcome, so we can use that to go on extra field trips or extra learning opportunities, like bringing in I would love to bring in a public speaker sometime. I think that would be really cool, especially to get them pumped up for at the end of the year or end of summer camp for the beginning of school year to get them hey,
Like what kind of special speaker? Like maybe somebody listening is that speaker.
Yeah, definitely. So I recently just went to Dover High School, had a program, and it was this gentleman, and I cannot think of his name right now, and I feel
Was it the mental health
Yes,
program?
the mental
Okay.
health day, yeah. And he was just very uplifting and just made me I'm ready to go. I'm ready to,
Yeah.
push forward, do more. And he targets any age. So his focus that night was specifically the family unit, and it was just really inspiring. And I would just love to end the summer camp with that.
All right. So if you're listening out there and you're one of those
Or
people,
any motivational
Motivational
speaker.
speaker.
Yeah. Reach out.
but definitely looking for donations for summer camp to take the kids a little bit further this year or to another field trip or anything like that.
Yep.
And do you have all your counselors ready to roll, or are you looking for some college students that are looking for a summer job?
Hey, if anybody wants to apply, we are always hiring somewhere. So,
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Always hiring somewhere.
yes.
What do you need?
For starters, I need male staff.
Okay.
And male staff is always a hard thing to find, especially in resident camp. Guys don't think it's cool to be in camping. I got to tell you, it'll be the most rewarding, hard job you've ever had in your life. And at the end of it, you'll be grateful for it. That's our number one need right now. I'm also looking to lease some horses from somebody.
Okay.
I need about a half a dozen horses for the camp. So if you know somebody, have a contact of an organization that does leasing. We get our horses from Hocking College. We've got a great partnership with them. I hire staff for our equine program from them, and they give us 15 horses or 13 horses in the summer. We're going to get this year. We'll have a total of 15. But we need a few more to make things run a little bit more smoothly than they have. So we're looking to lease some horses. That's a pretty big thing. And like Jade said, I am always recruiting staff for the summer. When summer starts, I start looking at my staff, who's coming back next year. So if some bald guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are you doing this summer?" It's probably me, and I do it all the time.
And just for clarity, I want to make sure that if you do have horses, that you are not dropping them off at the Tuscarawas County YMCA, that you are contacting
YMCA Camp Tippecanoe. Yes, please.
For the horse thing,
Yeah.
because we don't have room for those at the Y on our side. So we definitely, a couple places I want to, if you would give your contact information so people can reach out to you. So Jade, how can they contact you?
Yeah, the best way to reach me is through email. So that's Jade, like the color green, all lowercase letters, at tuscymca.org.
All right, perfect. And Bass?
And my email is RBAS. It's bass with one S, not a fish. BASNETT at ymcastark.org.
Right. And they can go to the websites for both of these places and find contact information on there as well.
Yep.
Certainly, you can email them, give them a call. And if you have any of those things that they've requested, or you have ideas, or even if you have a story about summer camp that you would like to share, we certainly would love to use that on our websites and all that kind of stuff to encourage kids to go to camp, because it is so important. I want to thank both of you guys for being here. You have now entered into the 10 question speed round.
That's the part I was nervous about.
Okay.
No, these are all questions about you. All right.
Okay.
All questions about you.
All right.
I've been bald for a long time.
You've been bald for a long. What color was your hair? No. See, this is what happens when they just.
I don't know. I had to think about it. I think it was
he's like-
brown. It's gray now, I'm sure.
It was brown. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So this is a back and forth ping pong type thing. So one to you, one to you, one to you, one to you. Okay. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You ready? So, but you have to answer both questions.
Okay.
So number one question, we'll start with Jade. Have you ever done karaoke, or do you ever have sudden outbursts or urges to sing during the day?
I love singing, but I hate karaoke. I know that's I know that's such a weird thing. That is like such an oxymoron, I feel like. But yeah, no, I super nervous about karaoke, but I love singing random songs, like preschool songs I know, that are fun and silly.
Yeah,
versus like being like a opera singer, is not my
Fun
forte.
fact about Jade, she also is at Little Theater a lot of times on the stage, and you will see her singing outbursts and singing across the stage.
Yeah.
And she can scream like I have never heard anyone scream before. She screamed all the way across stage at the last performance I was at. I was like, what in the world?
Did.
That was the loudest scream.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. Pass, same question to you. Have you ever done karaoke, and what was the song? And do you ever have sudden outbursts or urges to sing during the day?
Yes and yes. I have that. We camp I worked at, we did winter retreat, and we always set up a karaoke thing so
What's
the kids
your
could
song?
do it, and then I would get up and most of it was like Disney songs. So you asked what song I sang. I probably sang one of the Frozen songs.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it.
go.
I mean, it's wintertime, so it was let it snow.
Oh,
So,
let it snow.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
yes, and I tend to sing all the time.
Oh, good.
I'll be driving down the road with my family, and I like bluegrass music.
Okay.
And so I'll bust out, and every time I sing bluegrass, I always get that twang in my voice. I don't have a Southern accent, but it tends to well up inside of me.
I like
and so, I sing words like strangs instead of strings,
it. Okay. We'll look forward to that from your cubicle at the YMCA.
Yeah.
Yes.
You might hear me over there.
Great thing. All right. Question 2 goes to you first, Bass. Here it is. Think back to when you were between the ages of 5 and 8 years old. What was your favorite game to play or toy to play with?
When I was 5, best Christmas ever, I got my bike, my first bike, and I got my bear. So back in those days, you didn't go to Amazon and order things.
Uh-huh.
You had to. I saw this bear at the A&P grocery store on
Like
a
a
stand.
stuffed bear?
You had to take a little card off and then fill it out and mail it in, and it took I don't know how many weeks to get there, and then weeks to get back to you. And it was sometime in the warmer weather. It arrived just before Christmas, so my mom said, well, I'll just hold on to it till Christmas time. And I got my bear, which I still have from all those years ago. And I won't
That's
tell you how
cool.
old it is.
Okay. What year was that? Do the math.
1970.
All right. You can do the math, listeners. I am not going to. Think back, Jade, when you were 5 to 8 years old. What was your favorite game or toy to play with?
So I love stuffed animals, and I had like this huge obsession with Beanie Babies. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's like, think back to the 90s. And I was, pretty crazy, and I kept the tags on all of them because, back in the day, you thought that they were going to be worth like millions and millions of money, going forward.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, not too well.
We're retired from the Y yet, are we?
Yeah, nope.
My daughter was a Beanie Baby rebel. As soon as somebody would give her one, she would just rip the tag right off. And they'd be like, you shouldn't do that. She was like, what?
Yeah.
And so
Pretty
when you
sure
would go
my
to-
parents like invested too, like in the little tag protectors at one time too, you know.
Nice. Somebody made a lot of money off of that.
Yes.
All right. So we already know that my next question, going to Jade first. How old were you when you first learned to ride a bike? I already know the answer over here, but do you remember?
I was probably around 6 or 7, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your question will be, other than riding a bike, when something that you accomplished that was really awesome when you were a kid? Like, how old were you?
Oh my.
While you're thinking about that, I'll say, like, I learned to water ski when I was my feet fit in a ski, which was like 6 years old.
Yeah, I think I got that bike that had training wheels on it, and probably that summer I rode without training wheels.
Wow,
I was the youngest of 5.
Oh, me too.
Thought it'd be, my brother thought it was, they thought it'd be funny to take the training wheels off, put me on top of a hill, and help me. Well, no, you won't even have to pedal, and I didn't. I didn't know how to stop though. That was the issue. So no, it came to a stop when I hit the field. So
Well, at least it wasn't like a car or anything like that.
no blood, no foul.
Cross
That
the
was
road.
our motto.
All right.
So.
Good. So again, I feel like you watched my questions here. Your favorite stuffed animal was a bear.
It was
What was his name?
bear. I'm not that creative. It was just bear.
And your favorite stuffed animal?
Probably one of my Beanie Babies, but I remember I had a zebra and it was named Oreo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So first question goes to Jade. You are outside for the whole day. What would you do?
Sunbathe.
Sunbathe.
Yeah.
You're outside for the whole day. What would you do?
It's bird watching season, man.
Bird watch.
Yeah, I'm a big birder.
Yeah, I thought I would get crazier answers from summer camp people. I would climb trees all
Look
day
at me.
long. Or
This is not a climbing body right here. This is 2 feet on the ground.
Yeah, I always say I'm solar powered, so summer's my favorite.
oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
All right, I forget who. I think I'm at Bath.
Yep.
What is the craziest thing you have ever eaten?
Boy, that's a loaded question with me.
Because of camp, I would
'Cause,
hope.
yeah, I mean, craziest thing. I mean, I've eaten like crawfish out of the creek and
Like, did you cook them
insects.
first?
I like to eat insects just for the fun of it. It's a shock factor thing. Like ants are one of my favorites because when you get them fresh from the ground, you hold their head and you bite their backside off. It tastes like lemon. It's a real burst of lemon flavor in your mouth.
Do not try this at home.
No, I'll try it at home.
Like,
It's good protein. Where am I looking? Look at me. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
But if
I'm
you
like
put
always
the whole
telling my
thing
kids,
in,
don't step
they
on
will
those
grab
ants.
a hold of
You're
your
like
tongue and
eating
it
them.
hurts.
Oh,
So
so go to the back.
Yep.
Eat the butt.
yes, I like to call it the abdomen. It makes me feel better. But yes,
Okay, that's crazy. What is the craziest thing you have ever eaten, Jade? Jade is a vegetarian, by the way, so this should be some really interesting vegetable.
Well, I have eaten escargot, so that's
Oh.
probably the craziest, which is snails, But
Did you just find those under a rock like he's doing?
No, they were cooked. They tasted like a mushroom, so they weren't anything crazy.
Okay. Jade, question number 7 coming
Yeah.
your way. If you joined a band, what part or instrument would you play?
So, fun fact, I regret this, but I joined band my senior year only. I wish I would have done it a long, long time. Yeah, I should have said that first. I wish I would have done it from the beginning since like 5th grade or whatever. But so I decided to, be crazy, and I was like, I want to do something different. So my senior year, I joined band. Best time of my life. And I played piccolo because it was little and I'm little and I could march with it.
And you just took that up? I thought she was going to say, and they gave me the triangle.
No, yeah. No.
What she got to play.
Nope,
Played the triangle.
I played piccolo for marching band and then flute for concert band. So it was
Wow.
the best time of my life. If anybody has that initiative to do that, I would say go for it because you will regret not doing it for a longer time.
All right, cool. If you joined a band, what part or instrument would you play?
ukulele.
Ukulele.
Yes.
I
I
love
want to learn
my
to play
ukuleles.
that.
Okay.
I want to learn to
Yep.
play
And
that.
we
What kind
had
of
those at
band
summer
are you
camp.
in when you play the ukulele?
What's that?
What kind of band are you in when you play the ukulele?
I would join the Great Britain Ukulele Orchestra. because they're just awesome.
Well, let's Google that when we get off the air.
Yeah.
Great. Say it again.
The Great Britain Ukulele Orchestra.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Interesting. I have to answer this question because I totally would be a backup singer. Like, I don't want to be the main singer. I just want to be the backup singer. I just think it would
Doing
be
little
fun.
shoe bops in the background.
Yeah. The whole.
Yeah.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
I think I can do it. To all of my Silver Sneakers fans out there, I got that move down pat. I am on question 8, which I think goes your way, right? No,
I think it's Bass's.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of summer camp? Which I think you already answered that. But if you were a camper, which do you have like separate dorm kind of things? Do you have a favorite spot at summer camp?
A favorite spot at summer camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people couldn't get there. I found several old homesteads out at the camp. And there's one in particular that I love to go to and just wander around and discover new things. I found the foundation, found the fireplace, found the fire grate that's still there, found their well, and I know there's other things there that I just haven't seen yet. So
wow,
that's one of my favorite spots on camp.
That's cool. And you said you have been to camp before as a kid. So what was your favorite part of it?
So singing all the songs, that's the most memorable thing, sitting around the campfire, singing, sharing stories.
We should do like a little indoor mock fire pit for you this year.
Definitely.
That would be fun.
Another donation if anybody has one out there.
Right, a little mock fire pit. All right, this is a really tough one.
Okay.
All right. Between an octopus and an elephant, which do you think would enjoy your camp better or be better in a rock band?
Yours is first, I think.
Okay, yeah. I would say octopus, obviously, because then you can play more musical instruments. Right?
Yeah. Oh, all at the same time.
Yeah. Well, maybe because you'd have to have 4 of them hold it, so you could probably play 4 at the same time, right? Because then you have 4 hands holding each instrument, and then the other hands playing the instrument, maybe.
True.
And then you have to have 1 hold the mic, so then you'd have to have 3.
So
you could be
you
a
could
singer
only have
too.
1 wind instrument.
Yes.
Unless, of course, you had a harmonica holder, which
yes
on your mic, then you could actually do more instruments.
Right.
I want you to keep thinking about that.
Okay.
How many instruments could possibly be played by your octopus? We'll come back to you. This one is yours now.
Okay.
Between the octopus and the elephant, which do you think would enjoy your camp better or be better in a rock band?
I think an elephant would have fun with the horses out in the pastures.
Oh.
And,
That's something
it would
I've
be
never
fun.
seen.
I mean, put a saddle on an elephant. How cool would that be? And
I have ridden an elephant.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Have you really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I just don't think that they would fit down some of the trails that we take the horses down. But we could trim them back a little bit.
Starting to feel
It'd
like
be
I
all right.
couldn't fit down some of the trails after the last 2 years. Last question. Are we ready? Did you
right.
think about this octopus question? How many?
I still think
Okay,
I think it would still be, it could play 4 instruments, but then 5 counting if you did the voice and then you had the hook up with the
Yeah. Okay. I like
harmonica.
it.
Yeah.
Last one. When you come to Healthy Kids Day, what do you think you're going to enjoy the most?
I don't know, it's between the archery target practice that we'll do or the bouncy house. I definitely want to try the bouncy house.
I just crushed my spirit there.
I'm sorry.
I think if you'll recall, or
Drumming for
or
fitness. Drumming for fitness. Just
or
kidding.
go back into the podcast a little bit. I am doing 2 of the
Yes,
special activities, and she didn't pick either one.
Yeah.
So
No, she picked
I do drumming. I try to do drumming for fitness every Thursday evenings.
I'm sorry to say this will be the last time that you see Jade on the podcast.
All right. Kicked out.
Crushed my spirit. When you come to Healthy Kids Day, what is the thing that you will most enjoy?
One of my favorite things about activities like this are some of the things that kids say. Mm-hmm. They just, you never know what's going to come out of their mouth.
No.
And it just, to me, that's one of the most fun things because, that's the whole reason that we all do what we do. And I love that part.
Perfect.
But I'm looking forward to the bouncy house as well. So
Okay.
You'll see Bass and I bouncing.
yeah,
Not taking
maybe
care
we'll
of
put the
anything
mask
else.
on.
Yeah.
We'll get the archery tag stuff out. We'll try to shoot each
yeah.
other inside the bouncy house.
How about we do that before or no after, just in case one of you gets hurt. Remember, you'll see both of these fine faces at the Healthy Kids Day on Saturday, April 30th at the Tuscarawas County YMCA from 11 to 2. You do need to register from some of the special events, so please go to our website to do that or stop in at the Y anytime. This is the conclusion of the 17th episode of our podcast. If you have a Y story to share, please email me at KathleenTuskYMCA.org. We can't wait to hear from you and about your story about summer camp. Take a moment to check out our website at www.tuscymca.org. That's TuskYMCA.org. And follow us on Facebook. Help us share our events and share our mission with those that you see in the community. The Y is a nonprofit organization focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Financial assistance is always available. Stop by the Y soon. From all of us at the Who, What, When, Where, and Why podcast, we will see you soon. Turn up the music and play your air guitar.